Imagine you are sitting the TOEFL exam, you write an essay, and you simply don't manage to reach the word count. Because you've already said everything that you wanted to say. Everything's already there. There is simply no more to write about. Spoiler alert, there is. Let's check this out. Hi guys! I'm Juva. This video is about how you can make your TOEFL essays longer. First, let's start with task 1. In task 1, when you're writing about the arguments of the writer and the lecturer, do not simply state the argument. Always provide the reasons they give to support their specific argument. Also, if they give any additional information, include that in your essay. This really benefits your essay in two ways. First, this makes your essay complete because you've included all the information that is important. And second, this automatically increases the length of your essay and helps you achieve the length that is required for task 1. Let's go on with task 2, the independent essay. When writing the independent essay, the first thing you want to do is using examples from your personal experience. If you use personal examples to support your arguments, this makes it a lot easier for you to write more. Why? Because these examples are personal. You know a lot about them. I'm sure you could write hundreds of pages about your personal experience. Of course, you shouldn't do that in your TOEFL essay, just keep it to a few sentences. But this can really help you to increase the number of words. When I was writing the independent essay in my TOEFL exam, I used 2 personal examples, and for each example I wrote about 5 to 6 sentences. This really helped me achieve the necessary number of words. It did not only make my essay longer, of course, it also helped me to support my arguments, because that's essentially what your examples should be about. They should support your arguments, but of course the automatic effect is that they make your essay longer, and by this they also allow you to demonstrate that you are able to write longer texts. So when you're writing your independent essay, just remember to use examples from your personal experience. Just tell the reader about that. The next thing you want to do is paraphrasing. Sentences that paraphrase information usually start with expressions such as "in other words" or "that is to say." And paraphrasing does not mean that you simply repeat the same information in different words. Rather, it means that you explain your argument in a different way. And by doing this, you make your argument clearer and thus stronger. You also show that you know how to describe a point in other words. So this shows that you have a broad range of vocabulary, and of course this automatically makes your essay longer because you add additional information to your argument. So in a sense, this is win-win-win. Win! What you could also do is use an in fact sentence. I love that one. I really do. So much. I used that one twice in my independent essay when I was sitting my TOEFL exam, and it really helped me to elaborate on my argument and make my essay longer. So let's see how this works. Imagine task 2 is about whether children should own smartphones. And let's say you are in favor of that. Let's imagine your argument is that smartphones are great for educational purposes. The first thing you do is you state your argument. And then you could say, in fact, there are many educational apps children can use which helps them at school. You have done 2 things here. The first thing you have done is you have elaborated on your argument. You have said what the situation is like in fact, and this supports your argument that children should own smartphones. And the second thing is, this has allowed you to make your essay at least 1 sentence longer. And you could even use an in fact sentence as a cliffhanger. For example, you could go on talking about educational apps that you've used yourself, that helped you to study a foreign language or that helped you studying for a subject in school. And this way you have done 2 very important things. You have provided additional information to support your argument, and you have increased the length of your essay and demonstrated that you are able to write longer texts. Let's get to the last point. You could also use a notably sentence. What the hell is is a notably sentence. Something that works like magic. Believe me, I used it, I loved it. A notably sentence is a sentence that you can use to support your argument, and you use that one to say that specific point is particularly important for my argument. Let's go back to our smartphone example. Imagine another argument you put forward is children should own smartphones because this makes it easier for them to communicate with their friends. What you do is you state your argument, and in the next sentence you could write, notably, communicating via smartphones has become the main form of communication. By this, you're doing again two things. You support your argument and you say, okay, this point is particularly important for my argument. It is important because children should have the possibility to communicate, and at the moment, using smartphones is the main form of communication. So this is crucial for my argument why children should own smartphones. And second, this allows you to add one more sentence. And of course, you could again use that as a cliffhanger and talk about your experience, why smartphones are the main form of communication at the moment. Yeah, perhaps because everybody uses them, or because there are certain apps available that make communication easier, and so on. That's it. These were some ideas how you can make your TOEFL essays longer. If you have more ideas how to increase the number of words in a TOEFL essay, put that in the comments below. I'd love to hear about that. See you next time.